This is something. Let me just quickly say this thing. The difference between Japa and relocation.
Mm.
Most of
Yes.
us that we don't have money,
Mm.
we say want to Japa. But a rich man
Oh
does never
yes.
will never say Japa. He will say I want to relocate.
In our society today, right?
Yeah.
There are so many things that are going on or going wrong that we don't get to talk about. For example, I'm sure you've heard people complain that, oh, my friend traveled abroad, he did not tell me, or maybe, so this guy bought a car, we did not even know. Do you get? Do you think that in relationships, like friendship, for example, do you think that being very open, being very, very open to friends is something that we don't really pay attention to? Or do you think that there are things you can't tell some people for any reason whatsoever?
Yes, I believe. Well, once you call someone your friend is someone you should be able to open up to, express yourself to, say whatever you like. Your confidence and everything. But there's some. The thing is, even for those friends you have, we know their abilities, we know their capabilities, we know what they can handle, you know what they can't handle, you know their weak points, their weaknesses.
Mm.
For instance, I have a friend that his weakness is secrets. He doesn't know how to keep secrets. He's a good friend, he has everything, but once you tell him his secrets, he doesn't know how to hide it. He'll probably want to share with somebody else, which is your personal secret. So things like that, because I know he's of that kind of person, that's the
Mm.
nature he is. So I rather not tell him some things that I know that are very, very vital, something I don't want someone else or a third party to know about. There are some things I will tell him, things I know that if he tells a third party, it wouldn't matter to me. But there are some things that I know that if I tell him, I'm sure that a third party would care about. So I would rather not tell him. So it doesn't really make such person a bad person or a bad friend, or
Mm.
because but that's just the way the person is wired. So I know we talked about something regarding this where I was saying that I said that may we not share our problems with someone who is behind them.
Mm. Mm.
So I mean it is a very germane topic, that a lot of people, and it happens in our everyday life, but a lot of people don't even really pay attention to how vital it is and how we can go about it, mentally, psychologically and other ways of handling it.
So may we not share our problems to the people who are behind it? But do you think that sometimes even the people who share our problems with might not necessarily be behind the problem? Let me give you an example. There's this Japa syndrome going on now in
Mhm.
Nigeria. Everybody's traveling abroad. And then you wake up one day and you find out that your friend has traveled and did not tell you. How would you feel?
Well, if we were really close and it was under his nose. Okay, wait. I mean, I think it happened to me and someone. Although he didn't give me full details, he didn't give me. He just always says like for fun, like "Mommy, I go soon jackpot, I go soon leave." But of course, I'll just be like, maybe it's just one of those things everybody says. I say it too, and I'm still here. I
Mm.
go jackpot, I go jackpot. And before you knew it, he was actually really jackpot. And I'm like, okay, he didn't inform me, he didn't tell me about it and everything. But I felt like he had his reasons. It was later he now told me that, no, I'm traveling now to and everything.
Mm.
But the thing is, why I wasn't too pissed off was because I had an impression about it that since this guy's been saying it, but I didn't know he was already working on his papers, doing all
Yeah,
these things
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything until he traveled.
Everybody is a suspect. At this point in Nigeria,
Yes,
anybody that jackpot, you shouldn't be surprised. I think we're only surprised because this is my friend and I didn't know. Like I
yes,
didn't know it was
it was
happening.
yes,
But we know that most people want to leave.
yeah,
So they are wanting to leave is not the surprise. The surprise is that he is your friend, you eat together. In fact, you could be together last night and today he has traveled
yes,
and he didn't mention it.
yes.
Why do you think people don't tell their at least close friends that they're
About
traveling? Oh, I'm traveling tomorrow. Why do you think that?
okay. The thing is, I don't know if it's a superstition or a myth that we believe here in Africa,
Mm.
especially in Nigeria, that village people is always
Yeah.
behind you. There's always one village person. Whatever you want to do that has to do with your success, that has to
Yes.
do with something that's going to promote you to the next level.
Hmm.
We are always scared of. Sometimes I don't know if it's scared of the unknown. It's most of the time it's scared of the unknown
It's
because we are not
mostly the
sure.
unknown.
It's of the
Yes.
unknown. We're just
Yes.
paranoid. Like, what if I tell this person and this person is not happy with it and
Hmm.
does something? I does one juju or charms me
Yeah.
or look for a way for me not to travel anymore or doesn't want me, because people believe that once they want to japa, it is success for them.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
It is like that is a greener pastures for
yeah.
them. So
It's a
no,
huge
it's a huge
achievement.
achievement. So it's not
Yes.
something that ah is one thing that is going to. So I used to something. Let me just quickly say this thing. The difference between japa and relocation.
Mm.
Most of
Yes.
us that we don't have money,
Mm.
we say want to japa. But a rich man
Oh
does never
yes.
will never say japa. He will say I want to relocate, and
Because
he can
Japa is
easily
like escaping.
escaping.
Yeah.
You're escaping poverty
Relocating is like you leave Lagos to
to
Abuja.
Abuja. Yes.
It's
So a
normal.
rich person will say, "Oh, we are relocating to Canada,"
Yes.
and he's going to tell you. He can tell anybody that, "Oh, I'm relocating to Canada,"
Mm-hmm.
because there's no evil people or village people that are going to come and harass him.
Wait, wait,
He's
wait, wait,
comfortable
wait.
with it.
Are you saying that it's the poor people that think too much about
Yes.
village people,
Yes, it's the mentality we have
of the poor
because of the
people?
poor people, people that don't have enough, or the
Mm.
old Japa team and everything. Those are the people that always come with the faction, with the fact that they there's somebody that is behind my problem. There's someone that's going to come behind me that will not make me succeed. But someone that is very successful that wants to relocate can easily even tell his workers or
Yeah,
anybody
that he's
randomly
relocating.
that I'm relocating, I'm moving from Nigeria, I'm moving to the United States.
But you said that your friend, it happened to you. How did it make you feel that your friend traveled abroad and did not tell you?
Well,
Like you were not part of what
I
was
wasn't.
happening?
I wasn't. Yes, like it would have been very nice. Like, oh, you're traveling tomorrow. Let's do a
Yeah,
send
yeah,
forth
yeah,
for
yeah.
you. Let's hang out. I know that I have limited time to spend with you because you're
Yes,
traveling.
yeah.
That excitement is there. Like I know, but I don't know. I don't know. It's not like I would say he probably thinks evil of me, but he probably just feel. I think it's just mentally, just something in their head
Yeah, but
that
how
just.
did it make you feel? How did
I
it make you
felt
feel? Like, did you feel like this person doesn't trust me? Did you feel like, oh, does this person think I'm a bad person? Like, were you
I
concerned?
wasn't. No, no. I think I wasn't too concerned. I was like, well, I was excited for him. Like, oh, okay, ah, wow, you're traveling and everything. But at the same time, I just felt like it has been something that it has even growing up. It has been a mentality we had.
Yeah.
I think I will share this with. It was a friend of mine, my close friend. We've been friends for years. From I don't know when, 20 years. When he was traveling out, he planned to travel to the United States, to the embassy, do the whole stuff. Was doing all of those things. He didn't tell me. I was doing the same thing too, and I didn't tell him about it that we're doing it because, of course, if we would have been warned that don't tell
Don't
anybody,
tell
you
anybody, yes.
just do this thing, nobody must know, and everything. We got to the embassy. I think I got there before him. I did my interview, and I was not given visa. While I was coming out, furious, I met my friend. I was the one that opened the door for him. I opened the door for when I was going out. I opened the door and I said, "Welcome." You're like, you are
Yeah,
here. How come and
yeah.
everything? But we could not talk very well because he had to really go inside. Now it was his turn to to be interviewed and
Yes.
everything. I'm like, just imagine, they didn't give him the visa. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm not saying in that case. Now I mean, what I'm driving at is just the mentality that was given to him and was given to me, to that don't tell anybody,
But did
because
it affect your friendship
it didn't affect
after
the
that?
no, it didn't affect the friendship. I mean, we just talked about it and we laughed about it because that was not our intentions. It's
Yeah.
probably parents or someone who would have told us, because
Mm.
that don't tell anybody. I mean, this was a long time ago, so probably we're still a bit young and we're still under
Yes.
the parental care that would be like, no, nobody
Don't,
should know
yes.
about it yet.
I think that sometimes it's the way we maybe the way we think or we handle it. Yes, the way we handle it. It is true that you don't tell everything. It is true. There are some things you need to keep to yourself. Even the Bible, there are situations where the Bible tells us to just keep short,
Yes.
you know. But it's not necessarily because this person is a bad person, right?
Hmm.
You might trust this friend, but how about the people around the friend?
But that's the part of, okay, if I trust my friend, that's part of, I said, keeping secrets.
Yes,
Now you might feel like if I tell this friend, he might tell someone else
exactly.
who might be the evil one, who
Uh-huh.
might not even be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you should share such information. If I share such, okay, there's an information I shared with someone, and she decided to share with someone else. I didn't like it. Immediately I rebuked it. I rebuked her. I was
Yeah.
like, please, I only share this information with you. Don't share with anybody. Not because the person you're going to share. When she told me the person that she shared with, we spoke and told me, oh, yeah, so you're doing this.
You see,
Uh-uh.
you see,
I did not know.
that's another point. That's where I was going to. Yeah, there are people who cannot handle certain informations. Like they don't have the capacity to contain that type of information. And to some people, to those people, if you share those type of information with them, apart from the fact that it might be a problem for you, you're also causing a problem for them.
Yeah.
Because there are some people who can't contain it. And then it might begin to do something in their minds. For example, the Japa thing, right? If I tell you that, oh, I'm traveling, we might have mutual friends who I don't trust as much as I trust you,
Yeah.
right? So I will tell you, see, I'm working on this thing and my visa is almost out, I'm traveling. And then you go tell someone else, and the person feels like, why should he be the one to travel? Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And that thing I'm afraid of, it's another person, maybe a third person that might do it. Now I'll start feeling that because I told you, that's why it happened.
Yeah.
Right? That is one. So I know someone who was planning to travel, the whole Japa thing, did not even tell his mother. Doesn't mean he doesn't trust his mother.
Of course not.
No, but he knows that this is Africa. And yes, it might sound like we are being paranoid, but there's evil in this world.
Yes, it's evil.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So she might just go and tell her friends in the market, oh, my son is traveling out. And somebody in that market will say, I'd rather die than your son travel abroad. And then he wouldn't know where what is happening to him is coming from. So sometimes it's the wisdom and the discernment to know when to tell and when not to tell.
Yes.
That is, then another point is where people don't have capacity to contain some type of information. That there are some people out of excitement, they go share what you yourself don't want to share.
Yes.
Do you get? And then there are sometimes also because of the mindset of the person you're telling, you're destroying the person because you might now bring out the envy and jealousy out of this person
Exactly.
because of the gravity of the information you have
Yes.
given her or him,
Yes.
and then they cannot contain it.
I agree with that.
So, how do you think we can handle the situations where you want to be open with your friends? Let me use the jackpot thing. So, in a situation where you know why you're not telling this person, you're the only one who knows that I trust you. And I'm just not comfortable with our society. I don't know what would come out of it. How do you go about it? Maybe you traveled and you don't tell your friends. What happens afterwards?
Well, I know for some that can't handle or manage such situation, they stop talking to you. In fact, it ends the friendship there for you because they feel like you can't tell me you are
So I'm
doing
not part
this,
of your
or yeah,
life.
so I'm not part of. I've always been there for you. I've always wanted you to be successful. I've always wanted you to do this. They will keep citing examples for you and telling you this, that,
Yeah.
and already during this time, was I not there for you? Even this, and everything. And now that you're planning to travel, now you decide not to tell me. Is it that because of this travel now, so suddenly I become a bad person?
Yes.
So it might really tune their mindset towards you, and even probably the friendship start fading off.
Mhm.
So for some people, it might not be. Some people don't care. They just feel like, okay,
Yeah,
well,
I really don't.
well, you want to travel, you travel. It doesn't matter. Some people, so it's different school of thoughts depending on individual. It's subjective to individual on
Yeah.
how you can manage it, on how you can take it, and how you can. I mean, in my own case, I was indifferent about it. That, oh, you have traveled and everything. Okay, fine, all the best with you and everything. Like it doesn't. I'm just saying that traveling, because people see it as, I don't know. There's one success once you just travel. It's just somewhere like you just go there. There's one tree that is planted there, and once you get to wherever you're going to,
Yeah,
plant it and you become
you'll get
successful
something.
and everything. So that's way it is, and that's why they don't want to tell people that, don't go
Yeah, I
and
want
that my
to.
success tree that I'm going to plant
Somebody will
someone
just.
else, and I can't transform it and change it and take it away from there.
So I want to give a little bit of context, right? So we're talking about being open in friendship. We're talking about information sharing, right, and trust in friendships, right? So we're also talking about how sharing some kind of information or not sharing, as the case may be, would affect friendship. But there's the part where I really want to mention that people need to come to a place where we understand that everything is not about you. Do you understand? Your friend travels and did not tell you. You need to calm down. Like, you need to handle. I know it can be disappointing,
Yeah.
right? But you need to handle it with grace, especially if you're Nigerian, if you're African. You might think you're woke and nothing they happen, and this person is not. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So instead of you to get angry and stop talking, if you feel that much about it, you can ask, how come you traveled and you did not tell me? He can now explain. But what I know is that for the most part, it's not because of you. It's not about you. So sometimes remove yourself from it. This person is dealing with something. He might have had situations where he has tried to do something in the past and it didn't work out because some people knew about it.
Yes.
So you're not a bad person. It just so happens that we live in a society where what do they call that again? Superstition.
Superstitions and
Yeah, so we
yeah.
handle superstition differently. Now, you as the friend who did not share that information, if you really value that relationship or friendship, there's a way you handle it.
Yeah, there's a way you handle
So you would have traveled outside. By the time you achieve that success, you can now say, "Oh, this is what happened. I'm sorry, I traveled. I did not tell you, not because I did not trust you, but you know where we're from."
Yeah.
And then also, I was instructed not to tell anyone. So it doesn't have anything to do with you and all of that. So you'll be able to explain and still retain your friendship. It doesn't have to end
It doesn't have
because,
to end.
because somebody just traveled.
But I think it comes from the part of the friend who traveled to, just like you said, so being able to communicate to that your friend that you didn't tell and explain the reasons behind it.
Yeah.
And explain if the person really is your friend, the person would understand and
Sometimes,
and agree with you.
sometimes the problem again, it's a Nigerian mentality.
Yeah.
Once they finally land in the abroad, it feels that, oh, I've escaped. Every other person can die.
Yes.
You know, like even
Yes.
when your friend is telling you, is expressing their dissatisfaction, like, why, how come you traveled and you didn't tell me? I beg, I beg, I beg. What's the issue now? But like, you already feel like you made it in
You
life.
made it in life, exactly.
Like, since you've traveled abroad, every other person can go and hang. Like,
Can hang.
it doesn't matter. You don't know this.
It's like you're in heaven and you people are in Nigeria.
Yeah,
in hell.
the rest of us are still
They are
in
in
hell.
hell and
So
everything.
you can just burn in hell. I don't care. Like, you travel abroad and then you cut off all relationships. And
They
all
left
that.
to me.
People don't understand life.
I don't want to Japa. I want to relocate.
That's the best thing, actually.
I want to
People,
relocate.
people don't understand life, and it's really painful. There are people who travels abroad and they forget every other person.
They forget.
They feel, I've made it, I've escaped. Finally, the rest of you, whatever happens to you, you really don't know. No, it doesn't mean that bad thing would happen to you, but you really don't know life.
You don't know life. As in,
It's a small world. You might need people who are back home.
yeah.
You might need people who are. All of us cannot.
Not everybody can Japa. All of us can nurse now.
And even when you jump others, you can't take every single member of your family. At least not immediately.
Yeah.
But that's topic for another day anyway. So the point of this conversation is, in friendship, communication is really important, right? There are some type of information you don't share to just anyone just because they are friends. But even in those situations, if there's a reason why you can't share some type of information with a friend, you need to communicate also to them. Let them know why you can't share this type of information or why you did not.
Sure.
So you can keep some things to yourself and still maintain the relationship. We need some type of wisdom and understanding to be able to live with each other and live peaceably with everyone. This is Mind Shift. My name is Opitas. Thank you, Samuel, for for your visual insight.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much.
I like that word.
So please like and comment. Let's know what you think. Do you ever have a friend who traveled abroad and did not tell you? How did it make you feel? Or are you that friend who traveled abroad and did not tell your friend? Why did you not tell your friend? Or are you planning to travel abroad and you're not telling anybody? Why are you not telling anybody? We need to hear your thoughts. Also, share with us in the comment section. Please like and share, and also subscribe to the channel. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. My name is Obitas. We'll see you in the next one.